I want to call upon all our students that incidences of burning schools and unrest, we actually need to bring them to a stop. It is not the only way to solve any problem that may be in school. You have your student leaders, you have your representatives who should be able to channel any grievance to the school administration or to the teachers, so that any misunderstanding can be sorted out. And I want to agree with the minister when he says that for those students who would like to not to be in school, they should be allowed to go home. So where you feel you are stressed and you do not want to continue being in school, then it would be good to request to be released as an individual so that you can go home. If you want a rest or you want to stay away from school, you are given that right to be away from school, instead of disturbing all the others by banning, and then everybody else is punished. It would be good also for students to show that they are ready to be taught. They are ready to avail themselves to be taught, and be taught well. And I'm sure where the atmosphere is peaceful, this can be achieved. And that's why I'm saying if a school has said students should commit themselves that they will be in school up to the last day of term as stated on the school calendar, I agree with that. And I've also said I agree with the drug testing, because it has its own good sides. It's not that all the time these tests are done, it will always be punitive. No, it would inform schools on what course of action to take, what kind of mitigation programs they can put in place in order to solve that challenge. It's a challenge that we have in our schools, and any step a school is taking to reduce the risks that may be there due to drugs and substance abuse, so long as it is within the legal atmosphere, I will agree with it. We may not have a lot of case studies before, because this could have been done silently from one school to another. As I said, each school may be having its own challenge and they are able to deal with it. It's only that this case, one of our institution, has been highlighted in the press, and that's why the comments are there. But we've had schools that every opening they bring in sniffer dogs to check that students are not carrying in contrabands, mobile phones, or drugs. That is one way of preventing drug trafficking within a school. This many schools have been doing, yeah? And as a preventive measure. So when another step is taken and say, test and see whether your child, it would have been different if the school chose to do it by themselves without involvement of a parent. But here is a parent being involved, so that the parent too can be clear in his or her mind that my child is free of drugs, or my child is involved in drug trafficking, drug taking. So what can I do as a parent to get my child off the hook? What can the school do to get the students off that kind of behavior? And by extension, what can the nation do?